Happy Friday.
We made it almost to the weekend, so good for us.
Hooray.
Looks like it's going to be a nice, hot, warm weekend, too.
A little thunderstormy at times, but yeah, there'll be plenty of heat to go around, that's for sure.
Love that. Coming up this morning on the show, we got Nick's Nonsense here at the end of the hour. Plus, I think I may have found a way we could just settle this election.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just somebody did something in Japan, and I think maybe we could just adopt this over here, and maybe we could just settle it that way.
You have my attention.
Okay, so stick around. I'll give you those details in just a couple minutes. Plus, Song in 60 on the way. I got a true banger of a song that I've been holding on to for about a week now.
Oh, is this the one you were teasing me with the other day?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it.
We'll see if Nick gets it, and for sure we'll get to play the song, and I get to sing along to it. So
Either way, we all win because of that, is what you're saying.
Mix 108, good morning. It is the Morning Brew. It's Tony and Nick. On this Friday, we are going to play Song in 60. Your chance to play along with us. You can do that, actually, for real. If you go to the Mix 108 app and submit your name and some information, maybe you can play with us someday and win some prizes in Song in 60. But for right now, you can just play at home. It's the home version of the game.
Love that.
And Nick is your spokesperson, I guess. So I'm going to give Nick some clues to try to figure out the song in my head. If he gets it right, we all win. Because it's a certified banger today.
I'm hoping I don't have to question who certified it. That's the issue. So I don't.
You'll love this song. All right. It's one of those songs like you and your boy would be driving and it would come on the radio. And it's like that scene from Tommy Boy. You can change it. No, go ahead, change it. Then 2 minutes later, you both are singing at the top of your lungs.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Song in 60. The clues start right now. I'm just going to go with this right away. 5,280,000 feet.
5 million?
Yeah. 5,280 feet.
To the moon.
No. Let's see. Singer.
Okay.
Female.
Okay.
American. Hasn't had a lot.
It's Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 miles, million miles. What the heck is it again?
LFG.
Is it 1,000? Is it 1,000 miles?
Yes,
right?
it is 1,000 miles. By Vanessa Carlton.
Let's go.
Certified banger. I swear this came on the other day, and I went to go push the button, and I was like, nope. Okay, maybe I'll give it another second, and then 45 seconds into the song, I had it cranked up, and I was singing at the top of my lungs. What a banger.
It is. Those first few piano notes.
Let's go. Mix 108, good morning. It is the Morning Brew. It's Tony and Nick. Happy Friday. So, presidential election obviously is in full swing, and, every day there's something new about it, and it's just crazy. So, it'd be great if we could just get it over with.
Sure.
Just be done with it. So, I'm going to suggest an idea in just a second here, but first I'm going to tell you about this story in Japan.
Okay.
In a bold bid for votes ahead of Tokyo's gubernatorial election, one candidate made waves by shedding more than just light on her policies during a televised campaign speech. Now, this was to the entire nation, okay? And
all of Japan.
Yuricho Ari took campaign theatrics to a whole new level. Here's a little audio of her speech. Hold on. I think I forgot I'm playing it from here, so I have to make a little switch. But yeah, she was on national television, and she gave this speech. And she's sitting in a room at a table, kind of a very plain background. She also has a interpreter with her, a sign language interpreter.
Okay.
So she decided to get attention that she would strip live on television. What? She started unbuttoning her blouse, and by the time the speech was done, she was nude, and they had a nude colored tube top on, so she wasn't like completely nude. But she started stripping her clothes. She even asked the voters if they thought she was sexy.
What? Was she playing Rod Stewart in the background too?
And invited them to add her to the messaging app that was popular in Japan. I'm sure she got a lot of followers. There's no doubt about that.
I'm sure.
So I was thinking, this would be a great way to solve. Let's get Biden and Trump on a stage and just have a strip off. What do you think?
Does anybody want to see that?
No, nobody does. See, that's... I don't know how we decide who's the president at that point.
Who wins in that?
Maybe the one that can... I don't know.
Nobody wins in that.
So many jokes there, too, that I just don't want to take. But, well, I mean, one might not be able to actually take off his clothes by himself. The other has probably got, orange spray tan marks on his body. Up to the arms. Because, nobody's seeing him with shirtless
a spray farmer's tan is what you're saying.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, so this is not the first idea that has come up like this, because one of the candidates actually floated the idea, not to win, but to play golf.
I like that, too. I think that would be the most watched golf match in the history. Might be the most watched television sporting event of all time if those two played 18 holes. They were completely mic'd up. They had to ride in the same cart the entire time.
I could see Amazon or Netflix being like,
let's
hey,
do it.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. So, I don't know. On second thought, this is a terrible idea. I don't think we should solve the election this way. We'll let Japan have the stripping politics.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
I thought it was kind of funny.
That is pretty funny. Very, very modern election. That's not something you would see
is that where the future of our elections is going?
If the candidates keep getting older,
like OnlyFans subscribers or something like that, the person with the most OnlyFans subscribers will win the election or something like that. Some ridiculous.
Welcome to the modern world that we live in.
I don't know.
I could see it.
If that were the case, the Hawk 2 girl will be the president in 2028.
You're not wrong.
Hawk 2 for 2028.
I've actually seen shirts already like that, so you never know. Coming up here, Nick's Nonsense has me mad. It's a waste of something that I enjoy food-wise. Coming up here in a matter of minutes. I'm mixing it. Nick's Nonsense on a Friday morning. So this has me kind of upset because I'm a sandwich guy. This is something people have branded me as a sandwich guy. I enjoy a good sandwich.
You're a sandwich guy. Love a couple pieces of bread and some meat in between.
So the issue that we have is somebody walking by and waving at us.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Isn't it wild?
Wow.
So there is somebody who decided to waste a bunch of sandwiches.
Okay.
So this happened in Ohio, where police are investigating after reports that a man, get this, urinated inside of a case full of deli sandwiches.
Bro, we're going to need to find better stories this early in the morning. We're going to need to run these through the before 7 a.m. departments, okay?
The police were called to investigate. Reports said a store manager was notified around 5:30 p.m. that some unidentified customer reportedly was able to get into one of these deli cabinet thingies and let loose on a bunch of sandwiches.
That's let loose. Okay. He just let loose.
I don't know what else do you...
Yeah, no, I guess.
Police reports said there were 65 deli sandwiches that had to be thrown away, making it for a total of over $500. $511.66 total.
Oh, my God.
That were wasted. Wasted sandwiches.
Jeez.
I am upset. Reports said that the suspect... Give a description. White male, stands about 6 feet tall, weighs about 200
kind of
pounds.
Sandwiches, club sandwiches, turkey bacon. What are we talking
variety
here?
of deli roast sandwiches. Beef. There was not one specific one.
Oh, okay.
So they're looking for this individual, and
they're wrapped or anything. I suppose you could sell them those.
Well, either way, you're trying to if they're wrapped, yeah, it's okay, right? No, it is not okay.
Like 50% off. Why were these 50? Well, they're still wrapped, but they were peed on.
We wiped them off with a Clorox bleach wipe. It's okay.
Fine.
It's fine. Gross. You'd think at that point they got to tear the deli counters out, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you can't use those again. That's gross. Anyway, Nick's nonsense here this morning. A gross one. We'll see what's trending at the top here in a matter of minutes. Good morning. Happy Friday. Mix It Away Morning Brew.
Live from the Mix 108 studio in downtown Duluth, this is KBMX FM, Proctor Duluth Superior, a town square media station.
Well, good morning and happy Friday, 7:02 and 64 degrees downtown right now at the Mix 108 studios in Duluth. And we'll see a high today in the low to mid 80s across much of the Northland. There is a chance of late day showers. And then into the mid 80s tomorrow and Sunday is what the forecast is saying, with a 40% chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Again, there is a risk of some strong to severe ones. More so tomorrow than Sunday, but still a chance on Sunday too. And then we'll kick off the new week with temps around 80 once again and a chance of thunderstorms. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
On July 1st, a bunch of new Minnesota laws went into effect, including some changes to Minnesota's marijuana law, which allows THC beverages now to be served on tap, which means that like Bent Paddle now has their THC beverages on tap. This is a big change. This is the first state in America to allow this, actually.
Really?
Yep. And to have a specific law regarding THC beverages on tap anyways.
Okay.
I mean, anyways. But this change is great for small crafters and breweries that don't have to commit to a canning process now.
Right.
To try new things. So it'll allow new recipes, new flavors, new things, new experiments in this field, in THC beverages.
Without needing to package it.
Without needing to worry about a whole canning operation.
Right. Because that was previously the law was that you needed to provide it in an individual portion, wasn't it?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. And but don't expect THC beverage kegs to be showing up at parties anytime soon. This is just for bars and restaurants. And places that currently serve alcohol, but
got it. So, and I would imagine, I mean, it's being licensed different. It's not the same license, but it's being licensed like alcohol. So you might see it popping up at like restaurants, for example, that probably can get it for distribution too, I would assume.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, the law covers anybody that
wants to serve it and gets licensed. Okay.
I don't know specifically if you need a license for the THC. Like if you serve alcohol, I think you can serve the THC beverages.
Oh,
if you
so
have
it might be covered under the same one.
I think it's covered under the same license that you can serve those beverages in if you have an alcohol license.
Got it. Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the way it works.
Okay.
With the beverages, anyways, and the edibles.
We'll get our lawyers investigating on
like
that.
A grocery store can sell like edibles and they don't need a whole THC license.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like a convenience store.
Right. Okay. That's fair. Okay. Well, good morning. Happy Friday. It is the Mix 108 Morning Brew. Post Malone and Morgan Wallen now.
Mix 108, good morning. It is the Morning Brew. It's Tony and Nick. It's Friday, and they're getting downtown cleaned up for another day of sidewalk days.
Yeah. Final day of the shopping and such on Superior Street. And then, of course, the street dance tomorrow.
Enjoyed some food yesterday. We got out and walked the experience a little bit.
Yeah. It's a good time.
So there's a bar in Illinois that is doing something interesting. It's called the Barn Bar, and it's just a small, hole-in-the-wall bar.
Sure. It was going to be fun, though.
The bars that, I was just going to say, those are the bars that are the best.
Mm-hmm.
But they're taking to TikTok in a fun way with a new series they're calling Date Our Regulars.
Okay.
So they got a bunch, like every small bar, there's a group of regulars that show up. Otherwise, that small bar wouldn't be in business.
Exactly.
Small bars are supported by regulars.
Right.
So they're doing a series of TikToks highlighting some of their bachelors. Including Tucker. He is an outfitter who can live off the land, has a heart of gold, and always has your back, and will dance like a pro anytime for you.
Amazing.
But Tucker's red flags include drinking 2 cases of beer a day.
Wow.
Being Cialis dependent. And burping in front of everyone. And has questionable hygiene as he maybe showers only twice a week.
Good thing that they're offering the red flags and the.
But in this TikTok, women were intrigued. Several said they would Absolutely take Tucker out for a date.
That's funny. And you know what's really funny about this is I guarantee a lot of this stuff just came up organically in conversation among the regulars, and they didn't have to interview them.
And the bartender just picked up the TikTok and just started going with it. Another potential suitor includes Samuel. He's 22. He's a heavy equipment operator. His positive attributes are he's never been married, has no babies, and comes with 2 eyes. And his secret talent is that he can make derby car sounds with beer cans. That's his bar talent, I guess. However, Samuel does live with his mommy and daddy, and they have unknown children and thinks he's cooler than he actually is.
These are some pretty real red flag, like...
Well, hence why they're probably regulars at this bar,
Wow.
at the Barn
Okay.
Bar. If you want to watch these TikToks and learn more about the Date Our Regulars series and maybe, follow them, you can hit up the Mix 108 app or Mix108.com. We got a feature there right now. It's kind of funny to watch some of these. And there's no talking. It's just,
Just music and text.
yeah, it's like a Toby Keith song in every one.
Yeah.
Like a different one. Love My Bar. What's another one he does? Red, White, and Blue.
Sure.
On brand.
Legend.
On
Legend.
brand. On brand. Let's just say that.
Yeah. You make a good point.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch some of these. It sounds pretty funny.
are pretty
the one
funny.
thing I was going to say is, so you mentioned there's a couple guys. Are there no ladies that are a part of this thing?
Well, maybe that's their next series.
Okay.
Is
All
that
right.
they could do ladies.
All right.
I'd love to learn about some of the quirkiest and most unique festivals.
Yeah.
We should talk about that a little bit, yeah.
Dive into some of the fun ones. Get to that a little bit later on this morning here in Mix It Awake. Good morning. Mix 108 Morning Brew. Good morning and happy Friday. It's Dick Cooper and Tony Hart with you here. And if you're looking for something to do, maybe get a little road trip in this summer, or even there's events this winter that's kind of quirky, something different. A lot of really unique community festivals around the region.
There's a ton of them. Yeah, like every
community has
small,
something.
medium, big town has some sort of festival.
There's
yes.
something, and some of them are pretty straightforward. Some of them are pretty quirky and interesting. So I put together a list of some of the quirkiest ones I knew of, could think of, could find. I got a bunch of them here, Tony. How do you want to cut this up?
Cut it up. I don't know. There's a couple of them that I really found interesting, including the one that we just had an extended discussion about, the Squid Fest in Granite Falls, Minnesota. So, according to the event's website, this relatively new celebration was inspired by multiple reported sightings of a squid in the Minnesota River in the Granite Falls area in 2021.
Right.
Now, I could not find any news articles or any other mentions for a squid in the Minnesota River. So I think this is all made up for this
Sure.
event, which is fine.
Lore. It's festival lore.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like a festival made up, or that's kind of, those are the best festivals that are just kind of like
They're tied to some sort of
imaginary story or
Yeah.
creative legend or
Yeah.
something like that. That's a good one. Yeah, like
Yeah.
some local creative legend.
Well, so the
of
legend
some
has a
sort.
name. The squid that
Yeah.
they talk about is named
And they-
Todd. Todd the squid.
And that's an insult to the squid.
Well,
frankly.
yeah. You're not wrong.
I've known a couple Todds in my life, and I feel bad for that squid. Let's just say that.
So, yeah, it is very interesting because the event only has been around since 2021. So they actually celebrate this festival with the local art community showing off their arts and their crafts. And it's also tied to the same weekend that they do the annual Rib Fest that the American Legion puts on.
Yeah.
So a little
a
neat
fun
community
idea.
festival in southwestern Minnesota. A couple of the ones that really stand out to me that I think are kind of funny. One of them, I'm just going to mention real quickly. You a fan of sauerkraut?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
I'm not really. It's kind of an acquired taste for a lot of people. There's actually a
Like, I don't-
sauerkraut days.
Yeah, like I don't eat it. I don't just eat it straight up.
Well, yeah.
Like, I got to put it on. It's a condiment, right?
Right, yeah.
So I'll throw it on a brat sometimes.
Sure.
It's good.
So Henderson, Minnesota hosts the Sauerkraut Days Festival, and among the various things, 'cause there's a 5K, there's arm wrestling contests, parade, there's a cabbage toss because that's what they make sauerkraut out of, and then there actually is a sauerkraut eating contest, which sounds like a terrible idea in my opinion. That's just me.
No, it's the day after where you have the follow-up fart festival.
A couple of other really interesting ones. The name of this one really stood out to you. So there is a town in central Minnesota, the Brainerd Lakes area. I know the town very well. Beanhole Days in Pequot Lakes.
Good old Beanhole Days. Classic.
So this one
It's been
started
around since like forever.
1938.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they started this local businessman hosted a bean feed for some of the locals, the farmers, and some of the other folks in the area that supported the business.
Yeah.
The businesses in town.
I love how they kick off the festival every year. They do the burying of the beans.
Yes.
They
So
bury beans. I love that.
They dig holes in the ground in a park in the middle of town.
Yeah.
And then they put big old cast iron pots of beans with the burying of the beans. Next day, they serve them up.
That's funny.
They do the king and queen bean coronation as part of the big festivities.
How'd you like to be Queen Bean?
Yeah, that actually is coming up soon, by the way. That's a July event. So if you want to check out Beanhole Days.
What about the running of the wood ticks? I love that you can buy wood ticks.
So that's actually not far away from Pequot Lakes in Cuyuna, Minnesota, which is down by Crosby.
Yes, beautiful Cuyuna.
So that actually is a June event. And yeah, what they do is there's a bar called the Wood Tick Inn that's been doing this for 45 years.
Wow.
They have wood tick races at a table. So you can either bring your own wood tick if you want, or they have wood ticks you can buy. Now, the current price is $1. It probably was less than that at one point in time. Being they've been doing this for 40 plus years. But anyway, so they put all the wood ticks in the middle of the table. They've all been marked somehow, so that way you know whose is whose. And then the first one to reach the edge of the table, there's a marker they have, wins.
Oh, that's fun.
Similar,
that could take a really long time.
It could. Similarly, there's actually turtle races in Longville, which is not far from there, too.
Okay.
Different event, but similar. That's also on the list, too.
Maybe they can combine the events and they could do turtles versus ticks.
The turtle tick races.
The turtle tick races.
Yeah.
I love that.
There's a lot of other fun ones. One of the ones that I've actually been to a number of times because I'm a farm nerd is there's a bunch of these around the state. There's one down in the Esco area every year, but this is a massive one. So it's a steam threshing show, and I like to refer to it as like the state fair for old school farm stuff.
Okay.
So they got food, they got music, tons of old tractors and machinery there doing expositions about old threshing techniques, and they've got actual horses out there working in the fields, and it's neat. So if you ever get the chance, the one in Esco is really cool. It's just a little smaller scale. Go to one of those because even if you're not into farm stuff, they're pretty cool. I'd recommend them.
I always, when I'm at the Minnesota State Fair, I always stop to look at
Machinery
these.
Hill?
They have some up on Machinery Hill.
Yep.
And it's the coolest sound.
They're fascinating, aren't
Well,
they?
they're really cool, and they sound awesome.
just the random pop.
Just the
and
sound of them
yeah.
and the mechanical. It's very cool. I love it.
If
So old
you're
school.
remotely into even just engineering or machine or anything, it is super, super cool.
This is a very thorough list, Nick.
Hey, thank you.
Very thorough. And if you want to see the whole list, you can hit up the Mix 108 app or go to mix108.com. While this is a great list, Nick, you did miss a few.
I did.
You did miss a few.
Oh.
And I'm going to share some of the ones that you missed here in just a few minutes.
I'm
okay?
looking forward to that.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
did miss a few quirky festivals, and I'm going to share those ones that you missed
Okay.
in just a few minutes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Mix 108 Morning Brew. Good morning. Happy Friday. Nick Cooper, Tony Hart here with you. 65 degrees downtown Duluth right now at the Mix 108 studios.
Well, I wanna first say great job to Nick on his list that he did of the Minnesota's quirkiest and most unique festivals. He really went all in. You really gave it your all.
Thank you.
I mean, there's 20 plus things on here with great pictures, great descriptions about these festivals. But you know, bro, you left some out.
Oh,
You missed some. You missed
right.
some.
Well.
Like the Ice Fishing Fashion Week in Ely. I can't believe you missed this. It's
Really?
a runway show featuring the latest in ice shanty couture and high visibility snowsuits.
Sounds like a good time.
Yes. There's also the passive aggressive note writing competition that's held in Edina every year.
Of course, it's in Edina.
Contestants craft the most politely scathing notes about imaginary neighborhood interactions. Albert Lee every year. I can't believe you missed the OPE Olympics.
Oh, no.
Yeah, various events testing Minnesotans' ability to navigate social situations while just saying OPE.
It would be abbreviated as the Ope Olympics.
The OPE Olympics. In Austin every year, they have the Spam Sculpting Spectacular.
That'd be an interesting thing to sculpt out of.
Artists create. It's kind of, how they get together and make like big sand sculptures or something like that.
Yeah.
Big sand castles. This is all in Spam. Artists create intricate sculptures using Spam or cans of Spam, whatever.
I'd imagine it'd be easier than sand.
I think they just bring out one big 1,000-pound lump of Spam and just each artist starts with that and they just carve it out. There's Loon Calling Karaoke that happens in Alexandria, Minnesota each year. Yes, participants perform popular songs in the style of Minnesota state bird, the common loon.
Do you have any good loon calls, Tony?
That's kind of like a turkey.
It's kind of turkey-esque, yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to hear one, but I could probably do it. And even here in Duluth, I bet you didn't know about this one, the Hot Dish Hurling Competition. Participants launch casseroles for distance and accuracy.
Are they throwing it with just their arms, or are they using a catapult?
It doesn't. You can use your arms. You can invent a contraption to shoot it. Okay. You can do whatever you want. But there's also the side event, the tater tot toss too.
Yes, for the kids.
For the kids, it's the tater tot toss. So the adults are hurling hot dishes, and the kids are tossing tater tots.
Sounds like a great time.
I mean,
that's in February, isn't it?
Yeah. February. Yep.
To get that one added.
Third weekend in February.
Get that one added to the list.
Mm-hmm. So just a few you missed. I mean, not a big deal. I mean, these are some pretty fun, quirky ones you missed. So
I know. All right.
Do better next time. But
I will try.
It's still an elaborate list. And if you want to see Nick's list of 20 plus quirky festivals and
a lot of them going on during the summer. If you want to make a road trip,
there it is.
Check out the list.
Check out the list.
We'll see what's trending at the top here in a couple minutes. Good morning. Happy Friday. Mix 108 Morning Brew.
Live from the Mix 108 studio in downtown Duluth, this is KBMX FM, Proctor Duluth Superior, a town square media station.
8 o'clock on a Friday morning. It's 67 degrees downtown Duluth right now at the Mix 108 studios. We're going to see a high today. Low to mid 80s across much of the region. There is a chance of some later day showers popping up, but for the most part today, nice day. Now, things heat up a little bit more tomorrow across parts of the Northland. Could see some temps into the mid to upper 80s. With that do come some thunderstorm chances, though. Some of those could be on the strong to severe side, particularly on Saturday, but also a chance for that on Sunday, too. Weather Service saying timing for those as early as noon tomorrow in parts of the region, and as late as like 6 a.m. on Sunday morning is kind of the big severe threat anyway, but also, later Sunday too. So just be aware of that as we head through the weekend, and also a heads up for folks if you're a customer of AT&T.
Yeah.
They just announced here that apparently they had a big hack. And
again, didn't they just have one not too long ago?
Was it this winter that they
had a big outage, didn't they?
Had an outage for like a chunk of a day. So this time around, apparently they're saying that there are some folks that had their call and text data that were stolen. Now it's not the content of said calls and texts, so that's a good thing. But what they're saying is that the numbers, the frequency with which you might have called or texted a number,
right,
that was part of the data. So that could be usable, especially like if you know who it is and you're trying to,
somebody was phishing scams or something. It could be pretty useful.
Yeah. So there's ways that could be used, but like, do I care if they know how often I texted Tony or called my parents? Or not necessarily, but like you said, it could help in a phishing attempt. Spoofing a phone number to contact you to say, hey, I need something. And
honestly, a lot of these hacks previously didn't worry me because it's so many, like there's 10 million and okay, small chance. But these days it starts to worry me more because they can start feeding into like AIs and stuff like that.
Yes.
And like putting things together. That's kind of scary.
So they say that it was related to data calls and texts between May 1st of 2022 through October 31st of 2022. So almost a whole year, a couple years ago.
And this is like Android and iOS phones?
This is AT&T customers. Period. And that includes some of their landline customers too.
Because I thought like the iOS message was kind of a closed system within Apple.
True, but they're still pinging a phone number, though.
I get, yeah. Maybe.
So I think that's the thing there.
Okay.
But anyway, if you're an
Scary.
AT&T customer, you probably have gotten or should be getting an email to give you more information about this.
Wow.
Just to be aware of anyway.
Crazy.
Right.
Coming up here in Tony's TikTok treasure, some brothers are trying to find another one of their brothers some love, and they're going all out.
Wow.
All out in an attempt to find love for their brother, and we'll talk about that coming up here in just a few minutes.
That's very nice of them.
It is very nice.
I know.
Where's me whiskey? Oh, it's time for Tony's TikTok treasures. Time to dig in the old chests and see what we can rustle up.
Well, some brothers are going all out to find another one of their brothers some love.
Hey, I'm Henry, and this is my twin brother, Chris. He's a really great guy, but despite his best efforts, he's been particularly unlucky in the love department. Our brother Jamie and I, plus our wives, decided that we need to help find Chris the love of his life by coming up with the craziest ideas that we can think of. Our goal? Find Chris's soulmate in 30 days or less.
In a month?
Think we can do it? Follow and subscribe to find out.
So now they've set up a complete TikTok account to follow their journey in finding their brother, Chris Love. Now, Chris is a good-looking guy. He's outgoing. He's
Sure.
young and, successful. I mean,
Okay, so there's
got
a lot
nothing-
going for him.
A lot going for him.
Okay.
Probably just hasn't found the right one, or maybe has no interest, frankly.
Well, could
maybe
be.
he's like, stop, brothers. Brothers, stop. I don't want this. They've gone so far as to take out a billboard. They've
Wow.
put a billboard with his brother's face. They've set up a website. They even made their own TV commercial.
Upper 60s and low 70s early next week. Plenty of sunshine. And showers return to us next Wednesday.
My name is Henry. And I'm Jamie. And we're looking to find our brother, Chris, the love of his life. Chris likes to live a healthy, active lifestyle, travel, and he also likes karaoke.
This is a TV commercial now.
Chris is honest. He's fun. It is always a good time to be around. Jamie and I
Very dark
both
music.
met our
Yeah, it
significant
is.
others on an app called The League. So we made a profile for our brother Chris without telling him, and you can match with him by going to findchrislove.com. That's right. If you or someone you know is single, please visit findchrislove.com to apply to date our brother.
So they've got a website, they've got a TikTok, they've got billboards up, TV commercials.
Wow.
They even went so far as do this. This is the ultimate right here.
Okay.
Welcome to day 27 of finding Chris love. Today we decided to check out this cool website where you can actually order custom messages from celebrities online.
Wait a second, Chris Harrison from The Bachelor is perfect.
This was too good to pass up, so we had to give it a try.
Hey everybody, Chris Harrison here. But I am reaching out today on behalf of another Chris. You see, Chris is a good man. He's in search of that kind of love story that we'd only hope to tell on the show for so many years. Chris is here for the right reasons, and he's ready to go on that journey. But we just don't know with who yet. That is where this story picks up. I want to spread the word. Help my good friend Chris find that everlasting love.
Find that love.
Aw.
So they spent at least $300 for that cameo.
Just for that alone.
Just
wow.
for that. Thousands of dollars, I'm sure, the TV commercial.
Yeah, and the billboard and the
thousands of dollars
website.
plus on the billboard. And
Man.
27 days in, they still haven't found Chris Love. So
Deadline's looming.
it is looming. It is looming. So if you want to follow along, you can. The TikTok account is, I think, Find Chris Love, or their website, findchrislove.com.
Sure.
But
Well, best of luck to him.
good luck to Chris.
Man.
I mean, your brothers are trying hard.
30 days is a tough deadline, though, for something like that.
It really is. And they got to do better on their TikTok account, too. They only got like 379 followers. So it's,
Come on, guys.
I know.
Do better.
Wow, it seems to be the theme of today's show.
Exactly.
Do better. That's today's TikTok treasure on the Morning Brew on Mix 108.
Hey, good morning. Happy Friday. Mix it right morning brew. It's Nick Cooper. It's Tony Hart. It's Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
My gosh, there's some weird energy in the air today. We're all
It's just wild.
Everyone's happy on a Friday.
We also have Tammy in from our sales
doesn't
team.
wanna
Hi,
be
Tammy.
we forced her on the radio.
You did force me on the radio. This does not normally happen.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. You work at a radio station, so you should be able.
It should
you
happen
just-
every now and again. Bad.
Yeah, you're
No
okay.
bad words.
You're
I'm
okay.
fine.
You got a great personality. Ready for the radio?
I'm ready. And I'm ready
Exactly.
for a great weekend.
Welcome to it. So earlier this morning, we were talking about some quirky events and festivals in Minnesota. Like, for example, the annual Wood Tick Run in Cuyuna.
Love the wood tick run.
Beanhole Days in Pequot Lakes. It's a thing.
Wait, say that again?
Beanhole Days. So they cook beans in the ground and then they serve them up.
I have heard of that. I've never been.
I grew up in that area, so I never went to Beanhole Days because I don't like beans, but it's a big event, draws a lot of people.
Wow, I didn't know that about
And
it.
then the next day they have
And
the
we're
Fort Festival.
They do.
Right after the beans.
There's the Grumpy Old Men Festival in Wabasha.
I've heard of that one.
Oh no, that would be fun.
Yeah, you know, the Grumpy Old Men stuff based on like the movie.
Not
Just sit on
actual
your porch
grumpy
and
men.
yell at kids all day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like my neighborhood.
There's Croc Fest in Red Wing.
Is that
And
about
now-
the shoe?
No.
No,
Oh.
that's about the like crock pots.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can cook
Crock
anything.
Fest.
And
Yes.
one that we spent some time talking about earlier, and then I've got another thing to add on to the list here, is there's actually a squid festival in Granite Falls, Minnesota.
What?
There's legend of a squid that was swimming around in the Minnesota River, and so they just started a festival
believe
based
it.
on, his name is Todd the Squid.
I love that.
And so they have an
You
art
love that?
festival, and yeah.
Yeah, I want to have a squid named Todd.
Is this like a form version of the Loch Ness?
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to believe
basically.
that. I
Yeah.
want to believe.
So anyway, we've got a whole 20 plus quirky festivals around Minnesota.
Have you ever been to a quirky festival or a party that you want to share?
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm still stuck on the whole Tick Festival.
Oh, the wood tick
you
races?
can buy ticks for $1.
Yeah,
But
you
why
can either
would you
provide
do-
your own or
for
buy one
what?
for $1. So you can, go out in the woods and just get one if you want.
And then they
But
put them
why?
on a little racetrack. Can you imagine how long it would take for 2 ticks to race?
Wait, that's cute.
I
Okay,
it
they would
take
never
for-
they would never last because I'd smash them first.
Oh,
You can't
yeah.
smash them though.
Oh, that's-
you got to burn them.
You gotta burn them.
See,
Yeah, you can't
Bobby,
smash
you
them.
should
Prize
never,
if
And then you
never
can hear
kill
them.
any
I mean,
kids.
I've literally hit a tick with a hammer, and you cannot smash them. They're like
almost
smash
indestructible
proof.
in that way.
I can visualize that.
What?
You doing that?
Hitting it with a hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on Ken's arm, and I went up and I hit it. Broke the arm, but the tick was still alive.
Well, that's what matters.
It was a good effort.
We want good karma.
So any quirky festivals that you guys have ever been to or want to go to
Or
that
any
you've
I
done
wanna go to all
before?
these.
Parties, like a party, like
Yeah.
a themed party. Like I've been to like a whiteout party before. You know, like everybody wears like white in the club
I'm
or
sure
something.
in college, my college days, but those are a blur. So long ago.
Well, this one has there's one I heard yesterday that has already past tense, but it was a smelt festival.
Oh, like
yeah,
a smelt fry
There's
or whatever.
smell?
Yeah.
Like you
Smells in
dress
my
up as a
fridge right now.
fish.
Yeah, so they do that in May every year. You're talking
Yes.
about the one with the parade in Duluth here?
Yes.
Yeah, so they do a parade from the lift bridge to Zeitgeist. And yeah, there's giant like smelt puppets and stuff. It's pretty neat.
I heard it was a lot of fun.
And there's a smelt fry at the end.
Pickled smelt in my fridge, and it's a little
Oh.
scary.
Have you
for me.
ate smelt?
No.
Anybody in this room actually ate
No.
smelt?
I've heard they're great.
Yes,
I've
I
never
have.
eaten them before.
You have.
And I've cleaned so many of them that
Really?
you can't eat them afterwards.
Oh.
What do they taste like?
Oh, I don't know, like a deep fried.
Do you want me to bring you some?
No.
Okay.
Do not.
Same. I don't want to.
They are actually good.
So if
Okay.
if you fry them though, I mean anything fried's good. You know
Well,
this.
this is
Tony,
true.
right?
That's true.
You know this.
Yeah.
So there's actually, I mentioned this to Tony on this theme. So there's a county fair in Minnesota that's actually getting in on the idea of adding some quirkiness. They're doing a silent disco with the farm animals at the county fair.
Yes.
Lauren's in on this.
I'm gonna attend that. That's amazing.
Tammy, thoughts? Have you
Are you familiar what a silent disco is?
No, you
Oh,
put on
these-
headphones, right?
So
These-
you put on wireless headphones and the DJ is playing like music to radios in the headset. So it's quiet.
That's my kind of
until
party.
you put your headphones on.
Right, and you can
Quiet.
like switch channels, like if you want to listen to dance music or rap music or rock
Whatever,
music.
yep.
You know, so everybody's could be listening to different things, but it's quiet.
Yeah. For
And-
the surrounding space.
Yeah. So
You can
everybody's
make
wearing
music
headphones
as loud as you want in your headphones.
Okay, can I just videotape it?
It's
'Cause that-
Well, it is funny. Yeah, you
It
should
would
watch
be
videos.
funny.
Weird. So the first time I actually saw one of these in person, my brother got married in Cancun a little over a year ago, and I'd never seen one before. And I walk out around the corner into the courtyard, and it was a bunch of people dancing in silence wearing headphones, and it took a second. I was like, what is going
That's
on?
what I like, though.
And then
Quiet.
yeah.
That's what I like.
And then it came together, but yeah, it's weird to see. Well, anyways, so they're doing this with they're calling it the Barnyard Beat Bash, and they're doing it at the Anoka County Fair.
I love this idea. I want to go. I want to go silent disco with some goats.
I would go.
We should go.
One of the
Goats
DJ's
and
names,
pigs.
by the way, is DJ Hick Hop.
Yes. I love everything about it. I will
And
be there.
it's free with the price of admission, so you don't need to pay anything extra.
Fantastic.
Love
yes.
it.
Yes, yes, yes.
So there you go. Another thing to add to your list if you're into quirky stuff for this
I
summer.
think we all are.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So would you silent disco if you had the opportunity now that you know what it is?
Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah?
Completely.
All in?
With farm
All in.
animals? Yeah.
Without the farm
With
animals.
or without farm animals, or
Preferably
just exclusively with farm
Okay.
animals?
Okay.
'Cause I love farm animals. So.
Any particular farm animal on the subject? I gotta
love,
know now.
What is a llama a farm animal?
Not
Pigs?
really, no.
A pig.
Can be. Okay.
I suppose.
Pigs are cute. I love
Blue.
all animals, as you
Those
guys
with
know.
little mini goats.
Yes.
No, that would be fun.
Yes.
No.
I
But
wanna
maybe they
go.
have goat yoga. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, my wife
I've
has.
seen it before.
I've seen it.
I missed
Never.
out
Yeah.
last time I was in Duluth, but I'm not going to make that mistake.
Mindy's
again.
done it, yeah. And I'm like, you need to shower.
I would say, what if
You
what if
come
the
home,
goat
yeah,
does
you
its
need to
business on
shower,
you?
yeah.
That's part of the experience. You can't be mad. It's cute.
You can't be mad.
There's nothing cute about a goat doing a number 2 on you. There's nothing cute
It's a
about that.
baby goat. It's cute.
I don't care.
Okay? Well,
I do not care.
And don't do
Listen,
it.
you don't want goat poop on your $200 Lululemon sweatpants, okay?
I don't
Or
have
your
any
yoga
of those.
Tony
pants.
knows from experience.
All
It's a
Wow,
bad deal.
Trust me.
I'm impressed.
Oh, yeah, see?
I don't own any $200 bands, so that's good.
Oh my goodness.
Nor do I.
That's good.
That you're willing
I
to
judge
admit
you.
to. Oh my goodness. All right. We'll keep things moving here. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's a Mix 108 Morning Brew. Mix 108 Morning Brew. Good morning. Happy Friday. We've got Leah on from WDIO. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, hold on.
Stand by.
Gotta
Stand by.
I forget. I always have to hit these extra buttons so you can hear us. Hello.
Hello. Hi, guys.
So we've been talking through the course of the morning this morning about quirky festivals around Minnesota. For example, there's an Icebox Days Festival in International Falls. Of course, perfect for the winter.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Literally.
I'm assuming it's cold.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
cold for that.
Yep. I mentioned the wood tick races that we talked about earlier this morning, and you thought that was something.
That is
It's
odd.
probably hard to watch. Like they must need like a microscope camera or
They just
something.
put them on a table and they do their thing.
And it's just got to take
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah.
Well, so they hold it at a bar, so people are drinking, so there's that.
So they don't care. Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah. So there's also turtle and pig races at various festivals around Minnesota. Just random things like that. So this is all based on a list that we put together on our website. But I asked you, do you have any festivals from, obviously you're new to Minnesota, but from where you have lived previously that you thought were kind of interesting, unique, quirky?
Yeah, there's a couple quirky ones. One a couple that are more well renowned is over in Lake George, so in the New York, right across the border. They have the hot air balloons every summer that take off, and you can go check them out and see all the colors, and everyone comes in. They also have a bunch of old car shows all the time, so we would go over there to Lake George sometimes in the summer and check those out.
Nice.
There's also in October, I'm a fan of fall and winter, obviously. So there's the big pumpkin festival in Keene, New Hampshire, where you dress up in as a kid, we would go in Halloween costumes and you do all the activities and you see the biggest pumpkins of every county and all the little prizes and all the cool carvings. There's like carving competitions.
Okay.
And then my favorite is at my home ski mountain in Killington, Vermont. They do a big festival to kick off the World Cup races that they host on Thanksgiving weekend. So you have instead of Black Friday shopping, you have people just at the mountain skiing and dressed up, and they have all the vendors out, and the bands play all the time. So it's a pretty cool event to kick off some cool ski racing and sports events.
Nice. Okay.
I was just looking at a Vermont event website, and they apparently. Have you ever been to the Vermont Steampunk Expo?
Oh, wow. That'd be
Is
interesting.
it in Burlington? Is that in Burlington?
Gosh, I don't know. It looks like it's wherever the the Renaissance Fair is. They also have a
okay. It must
psychic
be-
expo, at the same place. That'd be funny.
Really?
A psychic expo, yes.
All the seeing into the future energy there. It's pretty wild.
They got everything going on there. I
Lake
don't
Champlain
know.
Chamber of Commerce, yes.
Okay.
It's really cool. It's like our own version of, it's as big of a lake as we can get.
That's fair. A little smaller than the one that you get to see nowadays.
Yeah. It's going to be a nice weekend, though, to hit the lakes probably, right? Because it's going to be really warm.
The water is warm. Yeah, me and Naya and then Spencer, who's one of the sports guys here at WDIO, we went to the beach yesterday, and I actually convinced them to all jump in because it wasn't that cold. It was around,
not bad,
around 60. It's warming up for sure, and it
beach-
feels really refreshing.
What beach did you go to?
You're going to want to take advantage of it this week because it's going to be hot and humid.
No. What beach did you go to?
We went down to Park Point.
Okay, the Park Point
Quick
beach.
and easy, right just down the hill from the station.
Yeah, it's a
and
nice beach, too. Yeah.
enjoyed the afternoon out there.
Perfect.
Wow. Was that a work thing, or you just did it for fun?
No, it's just we try and be friends with people we work with sometimes.
Aw. Gosh, that's painful.
But I'm looking for more beach recommendations. We've gone to Park Point a bunch, so I know there's more to check out.
Well, Superior's got, Superior's also got a very similar thing, too. They got their kind of, it's bigger, I think, too.
Wisconsin Point. Fun fact about Wisconsin Point, so you can actually have a bonfire on the beach on Wisconsin Point if you go out there.
We'll have to keep that in mind. Naya's joined us, so she's here
Naya.
for the beach talk.
I love Wisconsin Point, and I didn't know you could have fires there.
Yeah, so you cannot
Do that one night.
Let's do it.
You cannot on Minnesota Point, but on Wisconsin Point you can. And so just bring some firewood. And the mayor actually went. There were some storms a few years ago, and the mayor was actually saying, "Come out, hack up the wood that washed up on the beach, and have a fire." And obviously they got rid of it
That's
since
probably a
then.
good
but-
cleanup policy. I feel like there's always
yeah.
like
Yeah,
driftwood
exactly.
on the
Yeah.
beach.
Gosh, Wisconsin is so cool. I always love how they just they're like, no, they don't have no rules, but it just seems like a lawless place, and I love it.
It's the Florida of the Midwest.
No, it's not, actually.
Minnesota and Wisconsin are different places.
Yeah, they are, but
you're very, very correct in that.
Yeah.
So, real quick,
so awesome, though.
real quick, Naya, get your opinion on this. Do you have any quirky festivals that you've ever been to before? Like we were talking about some of the ones around Minnesota. We got a list on our website about a bunch of them, but any that come to mind that you've ever been to?
I mean, most of the festival, I love like the Renaissance Festival, just because I think that one's super fun, but nothing like super weird, I would say. A lot of music festivals. What are some of the ones on your website? I'm curious.
Anything from a Woodtick Race Festival, they call it the Running of the Woodticks, to an event called Bean Hole Days where they cook beans in the ground.
What?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you eat the beans?
Yeah, they serve them up as part of the event, and then they crown the king and queen bean. There's Lumberjack Festival, Potato Days, Sauerkraut Festival.
Potato Days?
Yeah.
Potato Days is Naya's
That's my dream heavenly place there.
anything where she can eat meat with her hands and
potatoes. I'm such an Iron Ranger. That was such an Iron Ranger thing to say.
But that's own it, embrace it. Yeah. Just
meat and potatoes.
Exactly. So yeah, you should check the list out because if you're looking, especially Leah, for some new things to check out. Yeah. Some of these would be a bit of a road trip around the state, but you get to see some pretty cool, quirky things.
Hey, but that'd be awesome.
We're kind of looking for that. We got to check out.
There you go. So it's just a new story this morning on our website. Real quick before we let you guys go this morning. So Leah, I know you mentioned going to be kind of a warm weekend. We also have some storms to be aware of maybe this weekend as well.
Yeah, so we'll start to see some storms rolling in by Saturday afternoon. So they'll start over in the Iron Range around 2 p.m. on Saturday. We'll see some more in our neck of the woods by 5 p.m. Those will push through that late afternoon, early evening time frame for Saturday. Then we'll have a break. Sunny day on Sunday. It'll be another hot day. And then some more showers to clear up this humidity and this heat wave for Monday. Then after Monday, we'll start to trend a bit more seasonable.
Okay.
So the rain will be Saturday evening and then Sunday evening, Sunday night into Monday evening as well.
So just be aware of that. If you got plans to be outside, you might need to dodge a couple of those. Is what you're saying.
Dodge a couple showers. They'll move quickly.
Okay.
There's some potential for them to get strong, but we're keeping an eye on severe weather potential as well. So we'll keep an eye on that and keep everyone updated.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy.
You too.
We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Yep. See you Monday. Bye.
All right, we'll kick off your workday 108 minutes commercial free, all fueled by Quick Trip. That includes songs on the way for you from Lizzo, Justin Bieber, and more. All coming up here at Mix It Away. Good morning.